One of the greatest engineering feats that was created by the Roman Empire has to be the aqueduct, or the architectural system which brought a constant fresh water supply into major cities for the population to drink and bathe in. Constructed at the heart of a fresh water spring, they were designed with a slight decline over a very long distance to allow the water to flow from one end to the other through a combination of a narrow bridge-like river system made of cement and underground tunnels. The first aqueduct in Rome was constructed in 300 BC, and hundreds were built thereafter over the course of 800 years until the end of the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. A lasting effect is that a majority of the water systems in use today adapted the ideas and technologies which the Romans used very well, so much so that a few of the aqueducts that the Romans built were still in use well into the 20th century. The Romans were not the first to create the idea of bringing in fresh water from outside of the city through a tunneling system. This had been done as early as 700 BC by the Assyrians in the Middle East, as well as in Persia and parts of India, but they were the pioneers when it came to the sheer distance that the water was being moved in from. Many systems took years to complete, and the water ended up traveling over 30 miles from source to city it was used in. The longest recorded aqueduct system spans some 150 miles from the Turkish city of Vais and extends to the modern city of Istanbul, or what the ancient world used to call Constantinople, which was the capital city of the Byzantine Empire. One of the primary reasons for seeking water sources so far away was the need to find a sustainable source where the water was drinkable and possessed a low risk for the potential of becoming polluted, as well as one which could fully support a growing population. A major problem with sitting bodies of water was the potential for waterborne illnesses spreading through the population of civilians in the city, so finding the right springs and rivers was a priority as well. The Roman Empire left a lasting imprint on every successive civilization which came afterwards when it comes to how to sustain itself in so many dynamic ways, and the water aqueducts show one primary example of this. Water is essential for human life, and when it got to the point where using local streams and springs were no longer enough for the larger cities which were developing throughout the empire, they had to seek a larger primary water source miles and miles away. It was the only feasible solution. Although many aqueducts fell into disrepair because of attacks from enemies and a lack of maintenance, there are still various aqueducts standing to this day, showing that the structural integrity of that which was originally built was well planned and thought out to last for centuries.